Hello, it's my last dragon book. This one's Train Your Dragon to Do Hard Things. The author and illustrator is Steve Herman. Hi there, I'm back again. Do you remember me? I'm Drew and this is Didgeridoo, and you can plainly see that Didgeridoo is my dragon, so I'm a lucky boy. Having a dragon for a pet fills my heart with joy. I've had to teach my dragon a lot of most important stuff, like be careful when he's angry so he doesn't huff and puff. What do you think would happen if he huffed and puffed? Everything would burn down and blow a flame out through his snout, setting stuff on fire. And I've taught him proper manners that all wild dragons require. Oh, look, he's taking a time out. That's a timer. It's a great idea. Looks like he's taking deep breaths. That's a good idea also. Didgeridoo got a puzzle for his birthday, but he decided it was much too hard to solve, though he hardly even tried it. It's so hard! Now it's sitting on a shelf. He's forgotten all about it. He always wanted that puzzle, but now I doubt he'll finish it. One day, Didgeridoo's buddy Todd was in an awful mood. He yelled at Didgeridoo and was really rather rude. Didgeridoo could have walked away. He didn't have to fight. But Didgeridoo said mean things back, which simply wasn't right. Oh, I think someone needs to remind him to use kind words. Another time at recess, much to Didgeridoo's dismay, he saw a bully shove his friend, but Didgeridoo walked away. He didn't help his buddy out or come to his defense, and Didgeridoo's had a heavy heart and felt bad ever since. Ooh, do you think he should have stopped it or told an adult? That might have helped. There's a friend who lives next door, and she asked Didgeridoo to go swimming. He immediately said yes and went without much thinking. Didgeridoo had a test next day. He should have told her no. He should have chosen to study, but Didgeridoo chose to go. Was that a good choice? He's got to study for his test. Didgeridoo doesn't clean his room. It's a chore that dragons dread. He doesn't pick his toys up, but shoves them underneath his bed. Although he is aware that's not the way it should be done, he says his way is faster, so he can go have fun. Is he really cleaning, though? That's not cleaning. He's not putting things away where they belong. He's hiding them. Although he is a dragon, Didgeridoo is much like me and you. He isn't fond of doing anything that's hard to do. Whenever Didgeridoo had a choice he had to make, he always chose to do the easy thing, a habit hard to break. So instead of doing his homework, he's going to play because homework is too hard and playing is easy and fun. Didgeridoo became unhappy and he began to cry. Nothing seems to turn out right. Please, Drew, tell me why. I said, I think the reason that you have a case of blues is because you always pick the easy way when you have to choose. So these are all the things. It's hard to study, do his chores, apologize and forgive, eat healthy and be disciplined, and instead he chooses to play, blame others, and eat unhealthy foods because that's easier. It was easy to give up and put your puzzle on the shelf. I know you found it very hard to work it by yourself. See, he said, I can't do this, so it was too easy to just put it away. But if you just put in the effort, think how proud you'll be when you finally get it done. Try it and you'll see. See, he said, okay, I'm going to try it. And it was hard, but he tried, and he was able to do it. And when you see a bully, it's hard to tell him quit because he's big and mean. It's scary, I admit. It's easy to ignore him and it's hard to be so brave, but next time tell the bully that's not the way you should behave. He's helping his friend. Look, his friend looks sad and the bully is not being very nice. So he's telling him that's not the way you should behave. And what about the day you didn't study for your test? Instead, you chose to swim and you didn't do your best. It's easy saying yes to the things that we find fun. It's hard, but wise to answer no when there's work that must be done. So it's easy to say yes, let's go. But instead, and even though it's hard, you should say no, I have things to do. I gotta get this work done. Sometimes it's hard for adults to do that also. And yes, it's hard to clean your room the right and proper way. It's hard to choose to do it right when you just want to play. It takes more time to clean your room than it does to shove things in there. But guess what? Once it's done, it's done. You don't have to do it if you keep your room clean. On the other hand, it's easy when you choose to do it wrong, but you don't find your things when they're not where they belong. If you shove all the stuff under your bed, you're not going to be able to find your favorite toy. Didgery said, I see your point. Things don't turn out good when we always choose the easy way instead of what we should. Now I finally understand a better plan of action is not afraid of hard things, as they can bring more satisfaction. He says, I see your point. I get it now. Although it's hard to do tough things completely on my own, when I'm done, I'll look back and see how much I've grown. Making friends and keeping them requires a bit of skill. One must choose to work at friendship, and though it's hard, I will. So he's trying to keep his things clean, right? He can find his stuff. He can do his puzzle. He's got 100 on his test. He's being helpful. He's saying, can I help you? And he's telling the bully, let's be kind to our friend. Doing what is hard, like facing bullies, can be scary, but sometimes we must do whatever is necessary. And even though the easy way may get jobs done much faster, choosing what is hard may help avoid disaster. So don't give up on doing what is hard. Get up when you fall. Don't be afraid of challenge. It's worth it after all. The end. So even though doing the hard things takes more time and takes more courage, it's important that you try it, because if you don't try, you're never gonna know if you can do it or not. We'll see you next time.